Nyheim, welcome to Cleveland. How has your first couple days been with the team so far?
It's been great. Got to do rehab here, meet the training staff, got some work in with Larry. It feels like home already. I really do like it. Of all the Midwest cities I've been in, I feel like I saw the Jacks, I saw Canes. I think I'm really liking it here, so I'm excited to be here.
Getting to know those guys early on, why is that so important to you, especially as you get acclimated to the team?
Well, one, just coming back from an injury, I know I'm going to lean on those guys, need those guys, and all football players know you're going to be with the training staff and strength staff, and honestly, them more than your coaches. So those are people that, are the building blocks of a football team. Those are people we spend a lot of time with, and I know that personally I'm going to need them, and we all need them to get healthy or stay strong to do what we need to do to win the AFC North and contend in the playoffs.
What went into your decision to sign with the Browns?
Probably familiarity. I had some success with Bubba in Indy, knew Ken Dorsey really well. And then just the fit. I think both sides saw that there's a fit here. It's a perfect fit in the return game, having some opportunities on offense in the passing game to make some big plays, and I think that's really what led into it.
What were those conversations like with Andrew, with Kevin, as you got to know them and really showcase who you are to them?
It was just kind of like I said the first time, AB and Kevin, they just said I was a perfect fit here. I saw that they had a need for somebody with my skill set, somebody who can catch the ball in the backfield, go in the slot, and as a kick and punt returner. So I feel like this is a place where I'm needed and wanted, and that's where home is.
Going back to, you said, knowing Bubba from the Colts. When you look at your time with the Colts, what do you take away from those first 4 years?
It was a great time. I had a good time with Bubba, a great time, great learning experience, played with a bunch of different quarterbacks, had ups and downs, made the playoffs, missed the playoffs, needed to win one of the last 2 games to get in the playoffs, lost both of them. So I feel like I've had a full career except for, getting to the AFC Championship and going to the Super Bowl, in which I want to do, and I think this team is good enough to do it. Cleveland has a great defense, so as a punt returner, I'm excited. Hope we have a lot of 3 and outs. I'm really excited to be a part of this culture. It's a very blue-collar, hard-working city. I've seen a lot about Cleveland, heard a lot about the Dog Pound. It's a really good fan base.
When you were with the Colts, you established yourself as a pass-catching threat out of the backfield. Why was that so important for you to establish that, and what about your versatility in this game can be really beneficial for you?
I think I've always had that skill set. Even when I played running back in elementary school, high school, college, I always played slot. My dad always did it, and I genuinely believe I'm one of the best at what I do, and there's not many dual returners in the league to begin with. You only do kick and punt return, and then I also can catch the ball well and run in between tackles, so I think I can kind of do everything, but got to come out here and earn it. Nick Chubb's here. I'm excited to play with him. Jerome Ford. There's some good players here that I've seen over the years, so I'm just going to get in where I fit in, but I think I'm one of the best at what I do, and I'm looking forward to getting back and proving it.
Speaking of Nick and Jerome, when you look at this running back room, obviously Nick's coming back from an injury, but how do you think you can complement them and how you guys can improve the run game this coming season?
It's like thunder and lightning. Both of those guys are obviously bigger than me. They're pounders. They run hard. Both of them. Nick's a dog. We all know how Nick is, and Jerome, he's been really good in Nick's absence. So for me, I think they're going to do a lot of the banging, and after they do all that banging, the guys have to come chase me. So I think it'll be a little bit of thunder and lightning. I'm not scared to stick my nose in there too, but I'm really excited just to compliment these guys. I think I'm a little bit different than both those guys, and I think they check some of the boxes that I don't check, and I'll check some of the boxes that they don't check, and I think that's what will make us really great.
You touched on it a little bit, but Ken Dorsey now being here as offensive coordinator, he was in Buffalo when you were there. That familiarity, why is that so helpful for you as you make this transition to the Browns, knowing that he is the offensive coordinator here?
Well, I think first off, he just knows the guy I am. He knows that I know I'll be a great locker room guy. He knows I'm going to go out there and work hard, ask questions, and I'm not exactly sure how the offense will work yet. I'm sure he will bring some things from Buffalo, which will obviously help me. Just a familiarity of him and Bubba knowing what I bring to the table. I know I'll be a great locker room guy. I'm going to be a great teammate, and that's more important than honestly being a great player sometimes.
How helpful was that as you made this decision, knowing that you're like, oh yeah, okay, I know Bubba, I know Ken, they know who I am as a guy. Why was that so important for you?
I mean, I think it was really great just to, have familiarity, but I think the thing with me was really when I met the other guys, when I met Kevin and AB, and I've known Deuce. Deuce was actually he actually did my pro day when he was in Philly, and I've had some familiarity with him. The other 3 guys I don't know, I have a really good feeling about them, and I have confidence in them. And my job is to get here and work hard so they have confidence in me.
What was that meeting like with Deuce for the first time?
Oh, it's cool. Actually, my dad's always asked about him. My dad spoke highly of him. He talked to my dad for probably 2 or 3 hours at the pro day. So my dad was excited, and honestly, when I first met him, he's obviously never my coach, but he's what I thought he was. We talked about ball. he's really a really family guy. He treats you like family, so I'm really excited to work with him, and always kind of wanted him to coach me, so I'm excited it really kind of happened.
When you look at this Browns team as a whole, and specifically on the offensive side, what excites you about what you guys could do this upcoming season?
Well, I mean, there's pieces here. I mean, we have a good run game. Chubb, obviously. I played against Deshaun for like 10 years now, playing against him in college for 2 years and playing against him for 5 years in Indy. And then, I mean, good quarterback, great team. You got Amari Cooper out wide. We just got Jerry Jeudy, Njoku. Like, we have pieces here.
Off the field, what do you want Browns fans to know about you?
One, I have a twin sister. Y'all will see her. 2, I'm the national spokesperson for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. It's my 4th year going. My mom has limb-girdle muscular dystrophy. Everywhere I've been, I've met families certain places and had a ticket block community, met fans at games. So I'm excited to meet the fans with the MDA. I think the last thing is I love music. So the fans will probably see me playing my guitar on Instagram, playing the drums, playing rock band. So that's really my 3 things.
Okay, let's break those down because those are all really, really cool things. So first, music. How did you get into guitar, into all of those?
I was in the band in middle school and high school, played the saxophone. Don't really pick up any of those much more. Played the drums when I was younger. My uncle taught me, and been playing the drums ever since I was younger. And then since my surgery, I've always wanted to learn how to play guitar, so I got some lessons, just went for it. So I can play some Paramore songs, can play some of my favorite songs on the drums and the guitar.
That's awesome. Okay, going back to being a spokesperson and your mom, obviously that's incredibly important to you, but what made you want to become a spokesperson and really just dive into that aspect?
Genuinely speaking, I really never knew anybody who went through it in high school or college, so it's kind of hard to go through things you don't have. Like all your friends' parents are healthy, they're at all the games. Going on to the league, I started the Hines Heroes ticket block, so I used to pay for like 10 people. It was like 2 or 3 families, pay for their seats, meal. I'd meet them every Sunday at 10:30 at home games, and from that work, it just became the national spokesperson of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. I'm so gracious because I've met so many families in the past 7 years that are going through something that I went through. In the first 21 years of my life, I didn't know anybody. So having family like the McGlynn's in Indy, or the Shinnemans in Indy as well, they're still calling me, texting me. I still get updates on my man Jordan. Just seeing people progress and not giving up hope has been really big to me.
Well, it's really, really great to get to know you and get to meet you, and welcome to Cleveland.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be at the Dog Pound.